Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And I was hesitant for a moment here in a previous introduction and started over. Not necessarily because of this topic, but just the extraordinary frustration, irritation, and annoyance that we had to go through. Understanding quite clearly that Joe Biden had a cognitive issue, and of course, which was not within his control. And now, of course, learning about his now cancer diagnosis, which, again, not in his control. Yet, the Establishment Uni-party perpetuated this for 4 years, while for 8 years, they tried to destroy Donald Trump. They tried to convince everyone that he was a one-dimensional villain. And while I covered all of this here on the channel, with all of your guys' support, thank you very much. Go ahead and hit that like button for your continued support. Because think of the criticisms and the bashing and the demonetization, as well as the shadow bannings and other things that many of us commentators experienced during the Joe Biden administration. It's extraordinary. And now we have breaking news. And this, this actually was quite interesting. I was going to say stunning, but it is kind of stunning and interesting at the same time. I was almost flabbergasted. Ex-White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, or as I used to call her and never mentioned on video, Karine Jean-Pierre, claims she's no longer a Democrat while hyping Memoir, a broken Biden admin. Think about this. Think about this wording as I read this here. This is extraordinary. Joe Biden's longtime White House Press Secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, announced Wednesday she has left the Democratic Party and is writing a tell-all book about the broken administration she served. How many videos did we put out here on the BuzWeaver channel as video shorts exemplifying what we have been saying for quite some time? That the Biden administration was not really an administration. It was a cabal of people running our country, pushing an ideology, philosophy, and worldview that emboldened leftists and radical leftists to hijack our country, hijack our institutions, and hijack our justice system. Jean-Pierre, 50, worked as Biden's top spokeswoman for 2 years and 8 months and stunned fellow White House alums by announcing her book, Independent, a look inside a broken White House outside the party lines, due out on October 21st. Ladies and gentlemen, line up and pick it up. No, I'm just kidding, of course. This is extraordinary. It really is. Jean-Pierre didn't come to her decision to be an independent lightly, Hatchet Book Group said in a promotional release, which hints that the former Biden spokesperson may focus her ire on figures outside from the 47th president in her account. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, so she may focus her ire on figures aside from the 47th president in her account. Now, there's a lot. I just call them the establishment to make things very simple. The deep state. It's just that simple, unless she wants to talk about the legacy media as well. Or her part in that, well, I guess we were defrauded, right? She has served 2 American presidents, President Barack Obama and Biden. She takes us through the 3 weeks that led to Biden's abandoning his bid for a second term, and the betrayal by the Democratic Party that led to the decision, the 𝐀𝐤𝐬𝐧𝐤𝐬. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't the party itself. It was the donors. It was the elites. It was the individuals that make up the Establishment Uni-party said, we weren't going to give you the $90 million if Joe Biden is on the ticket. It's what we covered here on the BuzWeaver channel. It's what everybody says wasn't true. It's what everybody was saying isn't possible. It was what everybody was saying was conspiracy theories the whole time. See here, New York Post, which is what we're reading from now. Then we have, after you lied to us for 4 years. I'm not sure why she wrote all this the way she did. Maybe there was some intent behind it. Just like when I call her Karine Jean-Pierre. After you lied to us for 4 years and helped that brain-dead ass destroy our country. Well, I don't know. I don't think Joe Biden really can be held responsible for the fact that he had a cognitive decline, as well as his recent cancer diagnosis. But I would say that the Establishment Uni-party emboldened him, just like they emboldened the left, the radical left, to destroy our country, hijack our language, definitions, try to control everything. Least anyone forget that Donald Trump was banned from Twitter. X right here. You guys can follow me on there. Just all my links are down below the video, of course. They banned a sitting president from the internet, ladies and gentlemen. These same people banned a sitting president. Here she is with her book. Let's see what we got here.
Hi, I'm Karine Jean-Pierre, and I am the author of a new book that's coming out this fall called Independent. It's coming out on October 21st, so please do grab it.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't talk about what's in it. Just tell everybody that we need to buy it, right?
And the reason I wrote this book, coming out of the White House, you know, serving as White House press secretary was an honor and a privilege. But since I have left, the people that come up to me, strangers that come up to me just across the country as I'm traveling, and sometimes right in my neighborhood, at a grocery store, supermarket, airport, my daughter's school, the number one question they ask me is, Karine, how do we get out of this? How do we protect our democracy? How do we protect vulnerable communities among us? What do we do next?
Okay, and the Democrats are still struggling with this, but I don't have the video prepped because I didn't know what she was going to say here because I didn't watch any of this earlier. And that is that even Bernie Sanders, when he appeared on a podcast the other day, was saying that the Democrats were the actual threat to democracy. That's right. I've got it pinned. I've got, it's in the BuzWeaver archive. Believe me, I've got it there because just like with this story here, I feel completely validated. And I think you guys probably do too, because despite the fact that we had to deal with all of the backlash and criticisms across all my social media that I was, just talking out of my rear end, that I was just a conspiracy theory. I was a MAGA sheep, this, that, and the other thing. And yet here's all the evidence right here. Here's all the evidence unfolding right before us. And here's Colin Rugg, former press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre reveals her own tell-all book. Of course, we just talked about that. Wow. Outgrifting Jack Tapper, or Jake. I don't know why I always call him Jack, but Jake Tapper is an impressive accomplishment. Jean-Pierre has revealed that she is now coming out as an independent in her new book. Independent, yeah. The Bernie Sanders, as they threw him under the bus. Now, I don't know whether or not the Democrats will throw her under the bus or not, but yeah, she just don't want to be associated with the Democrat Party, or I should say the radical left. I mean, I think that's where the division is, right? Because you still have people out there that are Democrats that are even now embarrassed by being in the party. And I see this quite often. And, of course, here on the BuzWeaver channel, we covered this on Monday. CNN's Harry Enton completely floored by slew of horrible polls for Democrats. And we go over the polling. And despite what everyone's seeing in the media still about Donald Trump, because, of course, they continue to paint him as a one-dimensional villain, it doesn't add up when it comes to what Americans are thinking in the background. It just doesn't compute. And here we have Karine Jean-Pierre saying she's leaving the party to become an independent. That is quite extraordinary. A spokesperson who is essentially representing the Democrat Party by virtue of the fact that the president is a Democrat is leaving the party. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel absolutely vindicated. I really do. It's just extraordinary. For 4 years, the level of criticism, hardship that we had to endure is just, this is very rewarding now. And I have nothing towards Joe Biden whatsoever, or even Karine Jean-Pierre. I mean, I'm glad they're coming out and admitting exactly what was going on, because I didn't have any hatred for any of these people. I just kept telling everybody, our country is in trouble. Our country is suffering because we are not being led by leadership like a Joe Biden or a president like a Joe Biden or a Donald Trump or whomever. We didn't have leadership. We had a cabal of people that were leading our country. It's absolutely extraordinary. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much across New Tech. That's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey for your guys' continued support. And all of you guys here on YouTube, it's amazing. Think about it. We're halfway through the year already. We're halfway through the year. I'm not really sure what's going to happen in 2026 now. I think the Democrats will probably try to change their tune. They'll have to. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. Below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X. And if you order frequently from Amazon or are looking for a virtual private network, my affiliate marketing links are down below. Your privacy is protected as you order from the amazing Amazon landing page link that I have. And, of course, I do like VPN. I do use a VPN. They're absolutely amazing, and it's no bloat, no fuss. But nonetheless, guys, appearing there on the screen, that'd be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe to the channel here on the YouTubes and select notifications if you want to be notified when content is coming out, and it is coming out each day here on the BuzWeaver channel. So thank you guys so much for your continued support, and I will see all of you guys in the next video.